I've been out and got myself one of these guys. It's a Unimig Viper 180 AC/DC Tig Welder, and you can use it for arc welding as well. So I thought I'd do a review on it for you. Before I got this machine, I've never TIG welded before. I've had plenty of years experience at MIG welding, so I'm familiar with welding and how it works and stuff. But I bought this so I can weld aluminium and make some really cool bits and pieces for the bobber. So there'll be more videos about stuff I make for the bobber and more videos about welding and of course the bobber. So stay tuned and subscribe and like and all that good stuff if you haven't done already. There are reviews out there for this guy by people who are quite experienced welders. So I thought I'd do a review before I really got any good at TIG welding, so that you can see what it's like from a sort of beginner's point of view. So I'll show you how it works. Right, so I'll run through the settings for you. This machine, it's really easy to use and it's really helped me get my head around the way settings should be set for TIG welding and stuff. So basically over this side you've got this little button here so you can check between AC, AC pulse, DC, DC pulse and MMA, which is for arc welding. So I've been using it on AC. I haven't got involved in pulse modes yet because I'm learning, so I want to get to grips with it in the basic setup first. So also you've got 2T, 4T and spot, which you can select between there. 2T is just using the trigger. 4T is you hit the trigger once and it welds, and then you hit the trigger again and it stops welding. And spot will give you a consecutive pulse for spot welding, I guess. I haven't used that yet. So when you turn it on, it starts up in base amps, so you can adjust your amperage with the knob. Then hit it again while we're on the AC and it'll flick towards your frequency, the frequency of the AC cycle. Hit it again and that'll be your AC balance. So you can select whether you have a higher positive, or higher negative. It's not like other machines where it gives you a percentage. It goes from 0 to 10 and 0 to -10. So you probably got to get your head around that if it's not sort of the sort of thing you're used to. Hit it again and that's the time for going from peak amps to your finish amps. Hit it again, it's your finish amps, which is there. Hit it again and that's your post flow. And then down here you can select the size of tungsten you need. If you select something which is outside the parameters of what it thinks it's right, it will put that little warning sign on there. It will still let you weld, but it puts that sign on. And that little buttons there is for when you've got your remote connected, like your foot pedal or whatever. I'm not sure how you turn that on and off. I think you hold that in for 5 seconds. So basically just pressing this flicks between your, so you've got your pre-flow, your start amps, the time for your upslope to the peak amp, your peak amps, your frequency, your balance, then the time for your downslope, the finish amps, and your post flow. And then it will flick down to the setting to set the size of your tungsten. So it's really simple, and that's really helped me as a beginner TIG welder quite a lot, especially to understand the settings. And what I didn't mention as well is these settings won't show up if they're irrelevant to what's selected over here. So for instance, base amp's not going to show up when I've just got it set up on AC. It needs to be on AC pulse to set the base amps. And when you haven't touched it for a while, it will revert back to peak amps. So I'll show you the hardware and let's get some welding done as well, I guess. Right, the torch itself is really good quality. It's got a nice little flexi head there, which is good for getting different angles to make yourself comfortable. It's got the trigger on there like that. Got that nice little ball there. And it's got a really, really nice long lead, which is helpful. All these connections and everything seem pretty nice and robust. And the way the gas connects and all that all seems pretty good too. It's got a nice heavy duty clamp, which seems quite good quality. It's not going to wear out too quick. And it comes with a good quality regulator and airflow meter as well. Right, well, this is me who has only been welding for like a few days on aluminium or TIG welding at all, and I think the welder welds beautifully. It's burnt in there really nice. I've got the settings okay, it's just my eye for welding right at the moment and doing this is not there, and my coordination and stuff. So, but I think that's a pretty good result as far as the welder goes. The welder being the machine, not me at the end of it. So there. So there you have it. That's the Unimig Viper 180 AC/DC TIG welder. I'm really pleased with it. I'm glad I paid the extra money to get this welder, even though it's great value for money and it's not particularly dear welder anyway. Everything on it seems really high quality and it welds really nicely. And from someone who's not very experienced with TIG welding to be able to get some half decent welds out of it, it must be pretty good. Unimig are an Australian brand and I don't have any problem getting parts and stuff for it in the local shops around here. I've seen them all on the shelves and stuff like that, and there's plenty of Unimigs around. So that's quite useful for me being here in Queensland. So there'll be heaps more videos of me welding stuff, especially making stuff for the bobber. So if you're into welding, if you're into motorbikes, then subscribe, stay tuned, and look out for the next videos. Have a great day. Oh, and you can buy me a coffee if you like too. There'll be a link around here somewhere.